What's good, family? It's Cousin Five, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as y'all can see from the title, we are here with a book review. And now I know that my book reviews have been 3 books every single time so far. But today, I just felt like I had to switch it up a little bit, throw a little in the pot. You feel me? But I got 4 books today. It's not that much of a difference, but it's different. And let me tell you what, these 4 books, I kind of had a love-hate relationship with one of them. Then one of them I really like. One of them I haven't really finished, but I'm loving it so far. And one of them I did not like that book whatsoever. I'm trying to tell you, that book, I DNF'd it. Let's just say that. But y'all gonna see what book it is in a second, man. Before we get to all of that, I do want to just thank all of y'all in my community for really just bigging me up, man. Like, I really appreciate y'all and all the love y'all show, because y'all don't know how much it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all the compliments and, just all the good comments that y'all be leaving down there, man. I really appreciate it. And I really just want to shout out to all of y'all for just being here and watching me. I never thought that my voice could be so heard, so it's a real blessing, man. I'm real grateful for, this opportunity and just to be able to do this, because I love doing it. I love reading. I love making videos for y'all and just getting out here and being able to do this. So shout out to y'all, man. And to be quite transparent, I know I make it look good, but I feel like I've been in a bit of a reading slump, man. Not even just a reading slump, but it's like a life slump. Over the past few weeks, I didn't have work. I didn't have to move. Just got a lot of stuff going on, man. And I think that one thing I really want to shout out today is just men's mental health. Like, I'm a big proponent of mental health in general, but I just feel like men don't talk about mental health as much as they should. And I really think it's super important. And I just think that it doesn't get enough light. So that's why I want to shout out our sponsor for today, and that is BetterHelp. Now, family, BetterHelp is here to connect you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. And it's super easy to get connected because you can do it via phone or computer. You can do it via call, messaging, or video chat. So it's super easy to get connected with a therapist, and it's one of the fastest ways to get connected with a therapist. Now, when you get matched, you usually get matched with a therapist within 48 hours, so you can get help super fast. First, you go to their site. You can use my link, betterhelp.com/litvibeswith5. All you do is answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will connect you with a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like you and I. So, cousins, let BetterHelp connect you with a therapist who can support you, all from the comfort of your own home. Visit betterhelp.com/litvibeswith5 or choose Lit Vibes with 5 during sign up, and you'll receive a 10% discount on your first month. Let's get it, family. Let's get that mental health right. All right, 1st through 5th cousins, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Now, I was already talking about mental health, and I really do take that seriously. And one of the books that really, really, really helped me out was Atomic Habits by James Clear. Now, don't talk to me about my tattered cover. I know it's beat up. The spine is all worn out and everything. I already know, but that's because I really put this book to use. This book was one of the most powerful books that I have ever read in my life, and that's no cap. I know we've been talking a lot about fiction books and all that other lovey-dovey stuff, but on a serious note, this book really helped change who I am. This book helped me be this happy person that y'all see today. This book is very simple. It just talks about the small habits that you can make that can really change your life. Now, one of the most important things that this book talks about to me is the 4 laws of habits. Now, that is make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Now, if you really go deep into it, which this book does, it all makes sense. Habits are a part of life. Habits are who we are. We go through habits every single day, even when you don't realize it. This book is just, James Clear made everything in this book just so easy and so reachable. Like, if you are somebody who may be down or going through a tough spot in life, I think that Atomic Habits is a book that you should pick up because it's just so applicable to everybody's life. And it's just the smallest changes that makes us feel like we can do it. Shout out to James Clear because you really helped me, my guy. Next book we finna talk about is the book that I told y'all I DNF'd. Now, we talking about The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I DNF'd this book. Y'all can see I still got my bookmark in it about 75% of the way through, just because I feel like I should have put this book down 50% of the way through, 25% of the way through. I didn't like this book at all. Now, if you've been watching my videos, this is probably one of the first books that I genuinely just did not like. They called it The Hating Game, but I just hated it because it wasn't a game. I'm not gonna lie to you. This book, to me, was corny, you know, and it felt very obsessive. We already liked each other from the beginning. It was super obvious, you know. There was really no build up. There wasn't anything. Like right from the get-go, you could tell that they had sexual tension like crazy. And the way that they just talked about each other, it was just real cringy. Like, let me find something for y'all real quick. Like, this is a random pull. He says, well, you win the kiss competition, Joshua Templeman. I was afraid you would. Come on, the kiss competition? Come on, bruh. Like, this book was not for me, I don't think. I won't finish reading it, I'm not gonna lie to you. But, I mean, if you into that type of stuff, go ahead. This book is all for you. You can have my copy if you want it. Okay, fam, so the next book is by an author that I swear by to anybody. Like, if you just want a good book, go pick any of these books up by this author. And that is All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. And y'all can see I haven't even finished reading this book yet, but I had to come tell y'all about it because S.A. Cosby is such an electrifying writer. The way he mixes heavy topics like race, gender, family, just all those different topics, it really blends together well. And just the way he can tell a story makes you feel like you are in the book, you know? I can see it in my head as I'm reading the pages. Now, this book is about a sheriff who is the first black sheriff in his town in a long, long, long lineage of white sheriffs and predominantly white town, you know. But as the book goes on, someone dies. And now they have to like find out what's going on surrounding this death. But as they go searching for what happened in the first death, they realize a lot of other sinister things has been happening in this little town. And now the first black sheriff has to deal with it all while everybody's on his back about the first death that happened. So this book is crazy. I haven't been able to put it down. S.A. Cosby is phenomenal. I'm going to finish reading this, and then y'all all have recommended Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Cosby as well. So I definitely will be going to pick that up soon because I just have to read it. I'm sold. I've been sold. Okay, so this last book we about to talk about is the book that I had a hate-love relationship with. And I really didn't hate it. It just moved super slow for me. But when it got to that 50% mark, like 50%, probably like 50, 60, yeah, that thing took off like the top thrill dragster. Shout out to all my Midwest people, if you know what that is. That top thrill dragster, they got to put your head back because you got a big whiplash. Because that's what I almost got when I got to that 50, 60% mark. Now, that book is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. Now, I've talked about this book in my last video, and I talked about it when I wanted to get it. Because everybody revered about this book. And I'm going to revere about it too, because this book is amazing. Like I said, it was slow towards the beginning for me, but that didn't stop me from wanting to read it, if that makes sense. Like, it was just a slow build-up, but it was a build-up that was necessary, actually, because the way Tia Williams talked about the characters in this book and the main character, it was so relatable. You know, even though she was a woman, even though she was from a rich family, two opposites for me. I'm not a woman, and I definitely didn't come from a rich family. it was so relatable though. Ricky was the outcast of her family. And now I'm not saying I was the outcast, but I definitely felt like a black sheep at times. And she wasn't like at the top of where her sisters were. You know, and sometimes we all feel like that, like, you know, everybody's trying to outshine you, or if you're not as good as these other people in your family, you aren't good enough. You know, and everybody kind of looks down on you. So I related to that a lot. So she talked about that, she built that up, and it really just kind of helped the flow of the story. Now, when it got to the part, I'm not going to tell y'all about it, but when it got to the part where all that other stuff came in, now if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. I think I really might like that type of writing because I didn't expect her to add that in. But when she added it in, I was like, say what? Because the other, what was his name? I can't remember his name. Ezra, okay. Because when Ezra told Ricky what was going on, I was like, ain't no way. So that's what that was, because I had a feeling something was going on. Like, I'm like, ain't no way you all just popping up on each other or y'all keep having these coincidental meetings. Like, yeah, something was going on. But when he said that, I was taken aback. But let me tell y'all, when I had read 7 Days in June, that was probably one of the best books I've ever read, like hands down. This book is, I wouldn't say it's necessarily on par with that, but it's close because the way Tia Williams writes, you have no other choice but to be entrenched in the story. Even if you're not super duper interested in what's going on, she writes in a way that makes you just want to continue to read because she knows that it's going to get better. And that's how this book was. It was slow, but it was slow and captivating, if that makes sense. So again, Tia Williams, you had a banger with this one. I loved reading it. I couldn't put it down. And I would highly recommend this book if you like romance or if you like historical romance and stuff like that. This was an amazing book. But fam, that's all I have for y'all today. I really just want to come on here with a quick book review, let y'all know what I've been reading, give y'all my thoughts on some of these books, and just talk to y'all a little bit because I love talking to my family. So if you like this video, just make sure you give it a comment, like, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you know whenever I post. That's all I got for y'all today. Fam, I love you. Have a great day. Peace.